Hi, Miss Maitland.
Hello, Carmichael. Oh, listen, don't park it. I'm going shopping and I'll be down in a minute, okay?
Okay, you're home early this afternoon.
Yep, cut class. Oh, listen, my husband didn't get back yet, did he?
Not since I've been on duty.
Hi, here's your
Hi.
mail. Got a package.
Thank you.
God. Just give me my shoes. Nancy! Nancy! Jeff, what do you want me to do? Oh, just get your clothes on and get out of here. Nancy, come back. Jeff! Look, we gotta talk about it. Please don't go away. Nancy, if you go, it won't solve anything. You gotta stay here and talk. Nancy!
Hello?
Oh, Nancy, what a nice surprise. Didn't you bring Timmy?
Oh, no. He's at the country at the Maitlands for a week. I thought you knew. Mother, why don't you let Willie do that?
Your father's got Willie pruning trees to punish him for quitting school.
Well, why can't you wait for Mrs. Hanley to come?
Because I want it done now. Besides, I wouldn't dream of asking Mrs. Hanley to scrub garbage cans. Mrs. Hanley and I, through the years, have arrived at a finely balanced labor management agreement. She does the skilled work, I clean the toilets and scrub the garbage cans. What's up?
Oh, I just wanted to talk to Daddy about a few things. He wasn't at the office. Do you know where he is?
Maybe he's in court today. What is it? Something I can do?
Oh, no. I just happened to be in the neighborhood.
I thought you had classes until 4.
Well, I am playing hooky.
Why?
Mother, why don't we both play hooky? I'll tell you what. We can go shopping, and then we can spend a whole hunk of my rich husband's money, and I'll buy you something gorgeous. What do you need?
I need new garbage cans. Where are you playing hooky from?
Actually, philosophy, too. Come on, Mother. We can go shopping, and then I'll take you to Whitey's and buy you a triple thick malted.
That did it. Wait a minute, Nancy. Willie?
Yeah?
I want you to take my car and pick up Buddy at school. She has to be at Dr. Wortham's this afternoon. Leave before 3.
Okay.
You leave here at precisely 2:45. No later. Is that clear?
Yes. At 3 o'clock, I take the bus and pick up Dad at his office and take him to his ballet class.
Drive on, drive on. I can see they've stopped designing clothes for me. You know, your father's delighted you're so happy back at school. You know how stricken he was when you didn't finish.
I guess I was in rather a hurry to be Mrs. Maitland, wasn't I?
But you do love it, don't you?
Yep, I do. It's funny, but going back after 4 years just, well, it's not as tough as I thought it would be. I really do love it.
What about Jeff? Does he really love it?
Well, 6 hours of school hardly constitutes abandonment of family.
And the evenings, you have to study at night, don't you? Must be lonely for him.
But Jeff finds ways to entertain himself.
What do you mean?
He's quite resourceful. Mother! Look, why don't we go on to the malteds? I just can't concentrate.
Hey, over here. Come on, dummy. Where have you been?
I was kept after school. I got into a fight.
About what?
Somebody called me Shrimpo.
Get in the car.
How come you picked me up?
Lady Bountiful came over and took Mom shopping. And you have a dental appointment with Dr. Wortham.
God. When I think of how much they pay that old creep to torture my teeth.
Hey, don't do that.
What's a little overbite gonna matter besides everything else?
What else?
Willie, I think I might turn out some kind of dwarf or something. It's not funny. I'm the only girl in my class who's not grown.
Hey, look, if you're talking about your flat chest, forget it. They'll grow, don't worry.
I wasn't talking about a flat chest. I was talking about height.
I think it's okay here. It's a one-way street. Do you want to take it?
Sure.
Here, sit on your books. Maybe you'll learn something through osmosis. Give me your safety belt. All right. It's in park. Put it in drive. Drive. Okay, let's go.
You really think I'm gonna grow taller?
Yes. Taller. And bumpier.
She wouldn't talk to me. I didn't push her. She wanted you. She always thinks you're more sympathetic.
I am.
No, you're not. You're just more indulgent. Doug, if it is trouble with Jeff, don't start in on him till you find out whose fault it is. Really is.
You want me to give you odds?
That boy couldn't find a cure for cancer that would satisfy you. Oh. Just let her tell it. Just listen. Okay?
Why not? It's all I've done for 25 years. Just listen.
Oh, you. What would you like?
You read my mind. Where did you spend the night?
I spent the night in a motel. I'm the one who went to a motel. You know, everything you ever said about him is true. He's spoiled. Totally incapable of considering anyone but himself. I mean, he even resents it when the baby needs me. I can't live like that, Daddy.
Of course you can't.
He hates my going back to school, to work. I mean, he's a total child. He doesn't want a wife. He wants somebody that he could play games with. He has no idea what I want. Or what I need. I mean, just as long as I'm there to look pretty and play games. If I'm not there for 5 minutes, he finds somebody else.
Excuse me, would you like some more coffee?
Nothing.
I can't see him again, Daddy.
You don't have to see him again. You and the baby will come home to us. We'll send for your things.
Do you think that would be okay with Mom? I mean, do you think she'd feel put out?
For God's sake, Nancy, have you ever known your mother to put anything or anybody above you children? What do you mean, put out?
Sorry. I mean, it's just... It's not just me coming home, you know, it's Timmy, too. Well, I might as well tell you the whole thing. I'm pregnant again, Daddy. I don't think I want this baby.
There's nothing wrong with PTA meetings. As a matter of fact, I like them. It's the tea after that's a horror. Cucumber sandwiches. I never met anybody who likes cucumber sandwiches. Have you? Have some pie, Nancy.
Later, please.
How about you, Willie? Might have known. Mildred asked me if I wouldn't give flute lessons to her Ralphie. I said, why not?
Why not? You're gonna let Ralphie Armstead into this house with his lousy flute?
Can it, buddy? Nancy, why don't you have a piece of pie?
No thanks, Dad.
You haven't eaten anything.
Mom, I'm not feeling very well. Do you mind if I go up to my room?
Is Timmy gonna live here too?
What do you mean, live here too?
Well, Nancy's gonna be living here, isn't she? She's run away from Jeff, hasn't she?
Nancy's going to spend a few nights here. She hasn't run away from anyone.
Letitia, you are making my palm positively itch.
Well, I don't appreciate being treated like I'm stupid.
As if I were stupid, not like I'm stupid.
Big deal.
Behaving rudely is very stupid.
Excuse me.
Willie, would you like some more pie?
Yeah. Here, I'll eat Buddy's.
Willie, take a piece of pie up to Buddy. See that she's doing her homework.
Don't. And I don't want to talk either. I'm too angry.
At anyone in particular?
Yes, at you.
Did they say they're sorry?
Forget it, will you? They're getting ready to have a big fight.
You gonna listen?
Who needs it? You got any homework?
Math and a dumb old civics paper. Which do you want?
I'll do the math. Because you need practice in dumb old civics.
Willie? Suppose I really don't ever grow any. You know? Maybe I might be some kind of freak.
Look, you can be flat-chested as hell and not be a freak. Look at me.
Be serious.
French women are all flat-chested, and they're supposed to be very sexy.
I don't want to be sexy. I just don't want to be a freak.
Well, when you start to turn into a freak, I'll let you know, okay?
You think Dad is ashamed of me? He thinks I'm stupid.
Mm-mm. He knows you are stupid. Anybody who'd leave the table before they ate their dessert has got to be stupid. You got any left?
I'll go get some more, okay?
You see, you're not stupid. You're not deeply stupid.
Don't make it sound as if I don't want my own daughter here. Don't make me angrier than I already am. I just said you judged and condemned Jeff without listening to a word of defense. To you, Nancy's perfect. Maybe she's not to Jeff. And she's married to him and has a child by him and another one coming. Without a moment's hesitation, you say, come home. We'll send for your things. He's not worth your little finger.
If you
I don't have to have been there. I know how it was. She cried and looked helpless. Doug, she is not helpless. For her sake, you must not allow her to manipulate you like
Do you know
this.
how you sound like some crazy, jealous female? Not like a mother whose own daughter is being pushed around by that 25-year-old infant.
She is married to that 25-year-old infant. And anybody who tries to push Nancy around had better be wearing protective padding.
For God's sake, Kate. Why do you always have to be so tough on her?
Because you never are. You think Nancy's just perfection. But believe me, she does have a few little faults. One of them is she wants everything.
Well, what does that mean? Everything.
Well, 4 years ago, she was just dying to be Mrs. Jeff Maitland III. So she threw over everything, quit school, grabbed him up.
She grabbed him up?
And married him. Then she wanted a baby. Now she parks the baby for a week at a time. Then she wanted to go back to school. Now she's playing hooky from school. She thinks she can reverse field anytime she feels like it. Well, she can't.
Now, how can you possibly condone what he did? Fooling around with one of her friends. What kind of humiliation do you expect her to take from him and go on with the marriage?
Exactly the kind I took from you, Doug.
That was 20 years ago. Would you ever let it go? Ever forget?
Oh, I forget most of the time. When I remember. When sometimes I do remember about you and Margaret. It hurts me just as much as it did then. And I hate you for it just as much as I did then.
That's stupid and destructive.
That's right. I don't see that Jeff's behavior is so different from yours. And I wonder if Nancy hasn't given him more reason. I married a man. She married a boy. If he's still a boy after 4 years of marriage, maybe it's partly her fault. She hasn't done anything to get him out of his playpen. She just crawled in with him. Till she got bored.
Kate, what about the baby? She doesn't want the baby.
If I got rid of a baby every time I thought I didn't want it, we wouldn't have much of a family.
You don't mean that.
Don't presume to tell me what I mean. I'm 46 years old. I've borne 3 children. Some of the time of those pregnancies, I wanted out. It's the body that makes the baby and hangs on to it for 9 months. Why can't men understand? Sometimes women just want out. My God. When I found out I was pregnant with Buddy, I even got as far as tracking down an abortionist. Why can't you understand? Eventually, I wanted all of them. Now I can't imagine life without them. But sometimes, just for a minute, I didn't.
come in, sir?
Nancy doesn't want to see you.
Yeah, I know that. I'd still like to come in.
I don't want to see you either.
Can I hear from Mrs. Lawrence or Willie or Buddy? You see, maybe I could get in on a minority vote.
Oh, it's my vote you need, boy. And charm won't buy it.
Will desperation?
Hello, Jeff. I'll tell Nancy you're here.
Oh, hold on. Nancy can hear cars when they come in the driveway. I guarantee she's checked out the window. She knows he's here. If she wants to come down, she'll come down.
Okay. Would you fix us a drink, Doug?
Oh,
Jeff's downstairs.
I know.
Have you seen Buddy?
No.
So it's all your fault, is it? Everything.
Yes, it is. Everything.
You know, Jeff, Kate feels there's something to you somewhere. Invisible to the naked eye, of course, but something. Somewhere worth the trouble. Of course, you'd have to prove it to me.
I don't think so, sir. I don't think I have to prove anything to you. To Nancy, yes. But not to you.
I'll buy that. What do you think Nancy will buy?
I don't know. I have to see her. Thank you, sir. Buddy? Buddy?
Come in. Well, what do you want? I said, what do you want?
Anything you want. Ah, Nancy, you're so mean. All right. If you want to lie here like Camille and let your father put the thumbscrews to me downstairs, if you need the satisfaction, that's fine. But if you want to cut out this nonsense and just come on home, where you know you want to be, where I hope you want to be, home in your own bed, then I'll be waiting for you.
Well, that's very sweet of you. Do you think, maybe I should call first? I mean, just in case?
No. I'll be alone. Oh, Nancy, make it one thing or the other, okay? I'd much rather you punish me here than in my own bedroom. Well, I'll be running along. I know I don't have to tell you this, but I really do love her. Excuse me. Hi, Jeff. Have any of you seen Buddy in the last half hour?
Not since dinner. Why?
Mom,
No.
your car's gone.
I don't believe it.
But not at night. It was just in the daytime.
Just in the daytime?
Yes. What I'm trying to make you understand is that she really knows how to drive. She's been driving for way over a year, ever since I got my license.
Ever since you got your license?
Mom, Buddy can drive fine. What I'm afraid of is that she's upset. And she wouldn't do something nutty like this unless she was very upset.
You mean that business of a table tonight? I don't think that upset her. She was just teed off.
I know. But she went down to get some more pie. And she knew you were both having a fight in the kitchen. She might have listened.
What do you think you're doing? What do you think you're doing?
I'm busting bottles. That's what they're here for, aren't they? For us kids to come and bust.
I'm gonna bust your fool head. That's what I'm here for. Okay, little lady, you don't want me to call up your daddy or whatever, then I'll call the police, and they can come and handle you.
Precinct, Sergeant Morris.
Hey! Get out of the car, kid! Get out of the car! Open the door! God. A little girl, about 11 or 12 maybe, driving a brown 1974 Maverick.
You're kidding.
That's what I said, mister. About 11 or 12 driving a 74 Maverick.
She what? I don't believe it. Please let me talk to my daughter. Breaking, entering, and assault.
Hello, Daddy. Well, that's their story. It's not exactly the way it happened. Yeah, I took the car. Of course I'm all right, but I need a lawyer. No, Daddy, just you. I don't want Mom.
All right, I'll be right there.
I'll get my jacket.
Kate, you wait here. Let me handle it.
But I want to go.
She, said she doesn't want you to come. Well, she's ashamed.
She heard what I said, didn't she? She listened and she heard it.
I'll go get her.
Do you want me to come with you, sir? I could bring the other car back.
Daddy, you'll save a trip down to the station if you take Jeff now.
Coming too.
You go to your room and spend the evening trying to figure out how you can have an IQ of 140 and not use any of it.
Can I have one too?
Okay.
What was it that Buddy overheard? Did you say something about me?
Yes. For openers. Then I took it on from there. I had to swipe at all of you. I said that if I got rid of a baby every time I felt like it, none of you'd be here. Oh. Oh.
I never really intended not to keep this baby.
I know that, Nancy.
Well, then what?
I guess what seems so wrong to me is that you feel you have to use Doug to fight your battles with Jeff. You don't think you have to handle the situation yourself.
Mother, that is not fair. How do you imagine you'd feel if you came home and you found your husband was sleeping with your...
I don't have to imagine how I'd feel. I know. I know how bad it hurt. You're strong enough to cope with that kind of hurt, Nancy. You're an adult, capable woman. I just wish you realized how capable.
My pride is so hurt, Mama.
You don't sacrifice a family and a marriage, if it is a marriage, to hurt pride, Nancy.
Okay. Tell me what to do then.
You have to figure out how much of it was your fault and accept whatever blame you've got coming, too. Then comes the hard part. You say it's over. We're still together. And forget the other.
Listen, I'll go get the other car. I'll meet you back at the house, all right?
You've given us all a bad scare, buddy. Especially your mother. Is that what you meant to do?
Just meant to take a ride.
Don't be fresh. You take your rides at the invitation of people who are licensed to drive. Otherwise, you walk. Do you understand? I guess you know Willie's in pretty bad trouble with me, too.
Willie didn't do anything. It's not his fault.
Whose fault is it?
It's my fault.
Well, it is your fault for eavesdropping on grown-ups' conversation. Conversation you can't understand.
Yes, I can. You think I can't understand anything. I understand everything. Everything she said.
I doubt if you did. You'll have to talk it over with your mother.
I'm not going to talk to her. Ever. I can't wait to grow up and get away from her.
Daddy, look, when Jeff comes back, tell him I said goodnight. She's gonna be all right.
say?
She said she wanted to grow up. Must be Jeff.
You put the car in the garage? It's all right there. Here are the keys.
Nancy has gone to bed. She said to say good night.
All right. Good night. Thank you.
I think you better talk to Buddy tonight. It's pretty bad.
I know.
You want me?
I want you, but it won't help. Does the cool help?
Dinner made me sick.
Dinner?
What you cooked?
Uh-huh. Maybe it wasn't the dinner.
I want to talk. I'm sick.
You want to lie down?
I just want to sit here by myself.
Buddy, dinner didn't make you sick. What you heard me say made you sick.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do, Buddy. You heard me say that sometimes I still get mad at Daddy for something that happened a long time ago. And that sometimes a woman... Sometimes I didn't want babies. Well, that's the truth.
I thought so.
It's only part of the truth. Well, being a woman is very complicated, Buddy. I think it's more interesting than being a man because it is so complicated. And men and women are so very different. It's hard for a man to understand that sometimes when a woman isn't in control of her body, when you're having a baby, you very definitely are not the one in control.
Who is the baby?
That's right. And the baby isn't even somebody the woman knows. It's not Nancy or Willie or Buddy. It's just this unknown creature calling the shots. And sometimes you panic. Sometimes just for a minute or two. Sometimes a little longer. You panic, you think you don't want it. But if any part of you wants that baby, if any instinct says keep it, well, then that's what you do. And it isn't very long before you know what your instinct knew in the first place. That you needed that baby.
You didn't need me.
You're the one I needed the most.
What for?
Because I wasn't finished. Part of me wasn't finished till I had you. Buddy, you're the one who's most like me. You're the chance that life has given me to do better, to be better.
That's the truth.
It's a losing battle, Kate. I mean, the primary purpose of children is to replace us. We can't win. They're younger, stronger, meaner. I'm tired. I'm gonna take some aspirin. You want some?
No. I'm shuffling around like a broken old man. Come to bed. Quite an evening, huh? Tomorrow night, we eat out. You know, I found something out today. You know that hoo-ha about Margaret? That 20-year-old hoo-ha about you and Margaret? Well...
Well, what?
Well, I found out that I don't give a damn about what happened 20 years ago. I really don't. Probably haven't cared for ages. Just habit. Throwing it up to you every few years. Just fed your ego by bringing it up.
My ego's pretty strong. Please, do feel free to drop the subject.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, darling.
What for?
Oh, for having such nice warm feet.